Well, everyone, just want to give you a little rundown on things here now. We have disassembled our bridge already. We originally had a Y on this end. Number 20 was where we had another Y. So the tracks split here and they came together on number 20. Well, we had some derailments and problems. This was actually over about here. And people had problems going through these Ys, especially with big boys. Well, we had some derailments and problems. This was actually over about here. And people had problems going through these Ys, especially with big boys. So what we did was we took out the Y and we put in a right hand here. You've got a nice siding in here now. And then we're continuing the main line straight through, so there should be no problems with the big boys. When we can get number 20 into my garage, we will take the Y off that end and we have a brand new left hand to come back in from these two sidings into the main line. So that's our projects here. We now have our cork underneath the track, and the track is set down and straight. We need to do some ballasting, and some of the club members will come over, and we're doing social distancing, and we are also wearing masks when we work on this. If we're all by ourselves, then not much sense in wearing a mask, but still maintaining safety as much as possible for this COVID outbreak. But we have time to do it, seeing as all of our shows were canceled, so we're getting it done here. All right. So here Alex and I are putting the cork under the track and cutting, adjusting, and screwing in the tracks in preparation for the ballasting and scenery application. So in preparation for the guys coming over to do the scenery and ballasting, I laid out a few tarps to catch all the drips. And I was under the assumption that it would just be Alex and I today. And then Norm shows up. And then Mike shows up. And then Terry shows up, and we had a full crew. Alright, so we are testing our new siding, and I have power rigged up on this siding only. So we'll pick her up. She's running about 54 miles an hour, and hopefully she'll stop before she comes to the end, because I've got the switch right there. Okay. So this is the brake point. Let me shut this off. Okay, and right here is the insulated rail joiner. So that's where we end up. And let's go back the other way, and we'll pick it up a ways. She's a little noisy going back, but she runs good. And then if I want to deaden that track, I throw this switch, and it deadens the track all the way back to right there where there's another insulated rail joiner. So right about back there. Okay. Good test. Everything's good. We did put down some scenery. We put down new ballast on these rails out here because this section is all new back to here, and then actually a little beyond. We also needed to do a little rewiring on these panels before the scenery was put on. So here's a few shots of me crawling under to do the wiring, and then on top doing the wiring on some of the other panels. And now that the scenery is on, we have to wait a few days for that to dry before we can put those panels back in the trailer. And hopefully next week or two we will get our brand new bridge, and that'll be another show. Also, we've got our power cart to get wired. I'll be showing you that. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and we will see you all down the rails.